Today, we curated, React and Money highlighted interview video that Asking New York Millionaires How They Got Rich by Tristan Paine featuring Shark Tank's Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary. From finance to medicine and jewelry, each individual shares invaluable insights on success, passion, and self-improvement.
What do you do for a living?
Real estate developer.
So if you could share like a range or like the exact number, whatever you're comfortable with, what's like the most amount of money that you've ever made in 1 year doing what you do?
I would say roughly 25 million.
How long have you been doing that?
About 5 years.
And what got you into it?
Family business.
You went to college or?
I didn't even graduate high school. High school dropout and went from there. You got to make it on your own.
So what's like the best financial advice you've ever received throughout your entire life?
As soon as you fall down, you get back up and keep going. It's a push. No one believes in you more than yourself.
So what's one piece of advice, if you can go back to when you first started your business, what's one piece of advice you would tell to your younger self?
Tell myself to keep hustling and God provides the rest. You'll be taken care of.
Do you have to do what you love in order to become successful?
Doing what you love is more enjoyable, but you could do anything and become successful with dealing with whatever it is. Keep trying different things till one thing works, and once it works, then you stick to that thing and you keep going.
The advice to keep pushing forward, especially when facing setbacks, resonates well. The emphasis on self-belief and the notion that no one believes in you more than yourself is a powerful motivator. The recommendation to keep hustling and trust in a higher power aligns with a resilient mindset. The insight that doing what you love is more enjoyable but not mandatory for success is pragmatic. The encouragement to explore different avenues until finding what works and then sticking with it reflects a practical approach to entrepreneurship. Overall, the advice emphasizes perseverance, self-reliance, and a willingness to adapt and explore until finding the right path. It's a reminder that success often comes from a combination of passion, resilience, and strategic decision-making.
So what do you do for a living?
I own a car dealership.
So what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in 1 year?
Yeah.
Give me a range or something.
4.5 million.
4.5 million. So what's the best piece of financial advice you've ever received?
Work for yourself.
So you stick to that?
I stick to that.
If you could go back to when you first started, what's some advice that you would give to yourself?
Don't take yourself so seriously, man.
Do you have to do what you love in order to become successful?
No, I hate car business.
Really?
Yeah.
So how'd you get into it then?
By accident. One of my friends was in the business, he pulled me into it, and the money was good, and I stayed, and I grew, and that's what happened.
So what's some advice that you would give to some people trying to get into your industry?
Do what you're good at. If you're good at my industry, if you're good at sales, do it.
The car dealer's journey into the business world offers valuable insights. The honesty about initially disliking the car business but staying due to financial success is a unique perspective. The advice to work for oneself and stick to it aligns with the entrepreneurial spirit, emphasizing independence and ownership. The acknowledgement to not take oneself too seriously is refreshing and highlights the importance of maintaining a sense of humor and perspective in the business world. The recognition that success doesn't always require a deep passion for the industry, but rather the ability to excel in one's strengths, is practical advice. The advice to do what you're good at and embrace your strengths is straightforward and applicable to various industries. It promotes a focus on individual skills and encourages aspiring entrepreneurs to identify their strengths and leverage them for success.
I work on Wall Street. I'm a banker, investment banker, registered rep. I'm also the New York City comptroller. I won the election in 2021.
So if you're comfortable sharing a range or the number of like how the most money you've ever made in 1 year, could you give us like a range of something like that?
I firmly believe that success puts a proper price on its goods and millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. So how long have you been doing what you do now?
Banking, sales, altogether, 20 years. Specifically at Spartan Capital, 15 years.
So if you could go back to when you first started your journey, what's one thing that you would tell your younger self?
Never ever hang up the phone. Take every single person right to the close because, again, success puts a proper price on its goods.
Do you have to love what you do in order to become successful?
Absolutely. You got to eat, live, breathe it, smell it, wake up every day. When it's hard is when it's the best. Because then you think back about, what has happened, what took you from there to go where you are now. It makes all the difference in the world.
As a seasoned banker with 20 years on Wall Street, including a commendable 15-year stint at Spartan Capital, our protagonist, also the New York City comptroller since 2021, shares valuable financial insights. Believing success merits a substantial price, measured in millions, they emphasize the importance of unwavering dedication in the financial landscape. Reflecting on their journey, they advise their younger self to persistently lead conversations to successful closures, underscoring the value of tenacity. While stressing the need to embrace and embody the profession, they acknowledge that enduring challenges leads to the most rewarding outcomes, encapsulating the essence of financial triumph.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
If you could give the range of salary of someone making your field, or like the most money you've made in a year,
7 figures.
they go to millions?
Yes.
How long have you been doing that?
About 20 years.
So you went to college, I'm sure.
Yeah, you have to go to college. They make you go to college. Yeah.
And how long was that?
College, 4 years. Then you got to med school.
Oh, and what is that, 7?
That's med school's 4 more. And then residency's 5, and then fellowship's 1.
So what's one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you go back and talk to your younger self, like when you first started?
Don't go to medical school. Go to business school. I think that's it. That's it. Go to Silicon Valley, probably. Get a job in tech. Medicine's great. I actually do I do medical robotics. So I have a startup company that is developing a robot that does hip and knee replacement. It's called Monogram Orthopedics.
Well, what advice would you give to younger people trying to get rich?
Have fun doing what you're doing, man. Do something stimulating that you have fun with, because if you're not into it, you're just not going to be successful.
How many hours a week do you work?
Not so bad now. I would say probably 50.
50 a week?
Yeah, not bad.
And what about when you first started?
80.
A lot.
You work a lot.
Orthopedic surgeon boasting 2 decades of experience discloses a salary range hitting 7 figures annually. After the mandatory academic journey of 4 years in college, 4 in med school, and a rigorous 7-year stretch in residencies and fellowships, they reflect on their path. If given the chance to advise their younger self, they'd redirect toward business school and the tech hub of Silicon Valley, highlighting the allure of innovation. Engaged in medical robotics with their startup, Monogram Orthopedics, specializing in hip and knee replacements, they emphasize the importance of finding joy in one's pursuits for lasting success. Despite currently maintaining a more manageable 50-hour workweek, the early days saw them grinding for 80 hours a week, a testament to the initial grind for success.
Okay, so what's your name and what do you do for a living?
My name is Kevin O'Leary, aka Mr. Wonderful, and I'm an investor.
Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary.
Mr. Wonderful.
You're working for me to make money.
I invest in guys like you.
And how long have you been doing that?
Long time, over 20 years.
What's the most amount of money you've ever made in a single year?
A good year is a positive year, but I also lose money. Which you have to understand about venture capital is sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. The whole idea is to get it right more often than you get it wrong, and make your winners pay for your mistakes. I always try and do between 10 and 17 deals a year. I hope that 3 to 4 work out and pay for all the losers. And just so you know, whatever I think is going to work is usually not the one that works.
When you invest, you take risks, and that's why you need diversity.
I'm always trying to do multiple things because diversification is the only free lunch in investing. That's why I don't own just one stock. I own multiple stocks, but when I do investments in entrepreneurs, I make a lot of bets.
So what's the best piece of financial advice you've ever received throughout your lifetime?
Never own more than 5% of your portfolio in any one stock, and never more than 20% in any one sector. So you have to make sure that you have a diversified portfolio, never more than 5% in a stock, never more than 20% in a sector, and when the market goes up and down, you won't get hurt.
If you could go back to when you first started your business, what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Don't buy all that you didn't need. I wish I'd not bought all the crap I bought, and I wish I'd put it into the stock market 30 years ago, because it would be worth much more than the jeans I threw away. You don't need 15 pairs of jeans or 40 sneakers. Put the rest in the market and stop wasting cash. That's what I've said myself.
And last question, do you have to do what you love in order to become successful?
Great question, and the answer is yes. I work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, because I love it. If I hated it, I don't think you can be successful. It's not about the greed of money. It's the pursuit of personal freedom. And lastly, when you have a great outcome, one of your companies works out, or your investment, or you get a job, what I do is always buy myself a new watch. This is the Emoji Puzzle Watch. There's only known to be 3 of them in America. I've worked really hard in the last month and achieved a few things I thought I'd never achieve, and I awarded myself this watch. Every watch I own has a story. It's very personal for me. I never sell them because it's a milestone in my life. Never, ever borrow money to buy a watch. If you didn't earn it, do not buy the watch. You heard it from Mr. Wonderful.
In the intriguing encounter with Mr. Wonderful, the famed investor, Kevin O'Leary, reveals insights into his financial wisdom. With over 2 decades of investment experience, he acknowledges the unpredictability of venture capital, stressing the importance of diversification. Mr. Wonderful advises never owning more than 5% of one stock or 20% in any sector to mitigate risks. Reflecting on his journey, he wishes his younger self had avoided unnecessary expenditures and instead invested in the stock market. Underscoring the necessity of passion, he asserts that success requires genuine love for what you do, emphasizing the pursuit of personal freedom over the mere pursuit of money. As a personal tradition, he commemorates achievements with a unique watch, cautioning against borrowing money for such indulgences. In the world of Mr. Wonderful, personal narratives, strategic diversification, and a relentless passion for one's work shape the path to financial success.
Maksud Agajani, and I own this jewelry store right here.
And how long have you been doing that?
19 years almost.
How'd you get into it?
I'm installing a Counter-Strike on my friend's computer. Somebody noticed me and installing, and then I had a little internship. I found a jewelry store, long story short. I started photographing jewelry there and putting it up on eBay.
We know you've worked with like a whole bunch of celebrities, and there's a whole bunch of jeweler stores over here. Right. So what like separated you from everybody else?
Well, I guess it's my style of business and my staff, my collection of jewelry, and how I market on social media.
What's like the most you've ever made in 1 year from this business?
We sell close to $40 million of jewelry per year.
So what's the best piece of financial advice you've ever received throughout your lifetime?
The battle is within. People are looking what to do and you know what decisions or whatever it is. The battle is within. You have to fix your own behavior, your own mistakes, and then the output will be much better.
So if you could go back to when you first started your business, what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Use your reasoning to make decisions. Abandon all fear, abandon all doubt. If you fine-tune your reasoning, things will work out. It gives you the capacity to predict the future. It's not about positive thinking or manifestation or a bunch of other dumb nonsense. It's about making careful choices based on smart analysis, and it's going to have a fantastic result.
And what advice would you give to younger people and entrepreneurs trying to come up and trying to get wealthy and rich like you?
So what you want to do is you want to watch this channel, then you want to watch Warren Buffett, then you want to watch some old Steve Jobs interviews, then you want to watch something Elon Musk is saying, and then you want to keep watching that, and you want to put in 3 hours a day. And if you put in 3 hours a day doing that, you're going to be smarter than anybody in college or anybody going to school or anything like that.
Maksud Ajan, the seasoned owner of a distinguished jewelry store, shares invaluable financial wisdom cultivated over 19 years in the industry. His journey began unexpectedly, transitioning from installing computer games to capturing the allure of jewelry on eBay. Maksud's unique business style, curated collection, and savvy social media marketing set him apart, enabling his store to reach impressive annual sales of nearly $40 million. Reflecting on financial advice received, Maksud emphasizes the internal battle, urging individuals to address personal behavior and mistakes for better outcomes. He advocates for reasoning in decision-making, urging the abandonment of fear and doubt. Maksud advises his younger self and aspiring entrepreneurs to focus on intelligent analysis, watching channels like Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk, investing 3 hours a day to cultivate wisdom that surpasses traditional education.
My name is Moses the Jeweler, and I buy and sell jewelry, watches, create high-end jewelry, and have fun with life.
How long have you been doing that?
Close to a decade now.
What got you into it? Have you done other jobs, or have you always been in jewelry?
I used to be an incredible sandwich maker. I used to make the best sandwiches in the world for $8 an hour, and then I did real estate for a little bit, and then I joined the jewelry game when I was 18 years old.
So what's the best piece of financial advice that you've ever received throughout your lifetime or your career?
Don't look at the money. Look at yourself. Be the best version that you could be. Don't only focus on the business. Everyone only, they think money, 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 money. When you start chasing money, money runs away from you. Become the best you, and money comes to you. Be likable, people will shop with you, money will get attracted to you. Be an attractive person, you'll attract money.
If you could share like a range or what you've made, like the most money you've ever made in 1 year?
Whatever, thank God I got.
Yeah, maybe seven figures?
Yeah, around there.
Around that.
Whatever, somewhere in the ballpark. We don't say the exact number though, we keep it low key.
Yeah. So if you go back to when you first started your career, what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Honestly, I don't even know if I would say anything. I would just, I feel like I was always in the right mindset from a young age. And again, it was always just to be loving and just to be the best version that you could be. Don't try to be like anyone else.
Do you have to do what you love in order to become successful?
100%. Because when you do what you love, you wake up in the morning. You don't negotiate with yourself in the morning. You don't say, oh, I'm not able to do this or not. When you do what you love, you wake up in the morning, you say, okay, I'm consistently going to do what I do forever.
And what advice would you give to younger people trying to get rich like you?
Work hard and follow in God's footsteps. Thank God for every single thing that you have. Gratitude will get you very far.
God's impacted your life significantly?
Everything is from God.
For those aspiring to financial success, Moses advocates hard work, gratitude, and faith. He attributes his success to divine guidance and underscores the importance of expressing gratitude for every blessing. According to Moses the jeweler, the path to wealth involves continuous self-improvement, a positive mindset, and unwavering gratitude. In conclusion, the diverse array of perspectives from individuals in various fields, including finance, orthopedic surgery, and jewelry, sheds light on valuable life lessons. From the Wall Street banker emphasizing persistence to Moses the jeweler emphasizing self-improvement, the common thread is the significance of passion, hard work, and gratitude on the journey to success. Whether navigating the complexities of the financial world, the medical field, or the jewelry business, the advice resonates with the universal principles of dedication, authenticity, and continuous learning. If you were inspired and gained insightful knowledge from our informative reaction, please give us a like and consider subscribe to our channel. Money highlighted for more. Thanks.